Jerusalem. Women's rights groups and officials in Israel say Hamas terrorists have worked tirelessly for the past 6 weeks to document cases of rape and gender-based atrocities committed during their massive, brutal terrorist attack on Israel on October 7. The United Nations ignores these. They also say they have shared much this evidence, some of it horrifyingly graphic, all it incredibly candid, with the United Nations and groups that protect empower women. Answer: silence. Their silence is so deafening it's sickening, she said. Israel police say extreme sexual violence and rape by Hamas terrorists are systematic. Weiss Madi, who became first Israeli representative serve as a senior advisor to President of 77th General Assembly session in New York last year, said special mission of UN bodies, especially women, is defend rights. The majority of women, regardless of race or ethnicity, have refused to acknowledge that atrocities were committed against Israeli women and young girls, even though they were filmed by Hamas and other Palestinian terrorists in Gaza. More than 1,200 people were killed in mass terrorist attacks in more than 20 Israeli communities, army bases and mass music festivals. While victims of sexual crimes have yet to come forward directly, Israel police said last week that terrorists had collected nearly 60,000 videos, including of the victims, first responders and CCTV showing these horrific crimes. Some disturbing eyewitness accounts of gang rape and other sexual acts were also documented. Police said, "What I don't understand is that we presented very graphic and descriptive evidence of rapes, including gang rapes and semen residue on young girls. That wasn't good enough for the UN," Weiss Madi said. However, the data provided by the Hamas Ministry of Health is accepted and transferred without any verification, he added. On UN Women's website, only reference to Israel since the October 7 relates to the devastating impact of crisis in Gaza on women and girls. It is stated that 4,506 of them are children and 3,027 are women. UN Women also details a 2-day trip to Egypt, where its Director General, Sima Bahouz, called for immediate and unimpeded humanitarian access to Gaza. At the army base where Israel identified their dead, they went from house to house, burned family after families. Some deny it because they think the Israelis are making up lies, Weiss Madi said. Others see these events only in the context of occupation and say, "This is unfortunate, but what did you expect to happen?" Following his statements, calls were made for his resignation. He complained to the media that his comments had been distorted. "I think many people believe that Israeli women are in this situation because they are seen as privileged women living good lives in southern Israel while the Israeli army is ravaging Gaza," Weiss Madi said, adding that many high-ranking international officials refuse to reserve the job for them.